Welcome back to MTGplay. Today we have a special guest on the channel. If you would like to introduce yourself, go ahead.
Hello, viewers. My name is Nycto from NyctoInc Illustrations. You can find me at facebook.com/NyctoInc or also NyctoInc.com.
My name is Garrett, and today what we're going to be doing is we're going to open some packs. Corey has a special comic book and possibly Godzilla altered art, and as NyctoInc, as an artist, I wanted to see their point of view. And also we have some later on, we have some War of the Spark, and War of the Spark is one of the best-selling sets with a Planeswalker in every pack. NyctoInc used to play a while back, but has never, I don't know if you played with Planeswalker. Do you know anything about Planeswalker?
I have no idea, Garrett, at all. I have not played Magic in a very long time, but I've always been inspired by the art and the artists that are involved with Magic the Gathering. And the spells and the fantasy and everything that involves Magic has always been fantastic to me. But this is going to be a new little treat for me because I have not even gazed upon any new artwork for Magic the Gathering at all in the past 6 years, I believe.
So this is a treat for MTGplay and NyctoInc as well. So we would like to thank the Upkeep Games and Great Escape Gaming for providing content for this channel in the past and the future. Don't forget to help your local LGS during this time of COVID. We all can't go and play an FNM or our Friday Night Magic. And in that instance, sometimes curbside service is all you can do and get some packs like we have right here. And as NyctoInc is holding that promo pack, that will have a code in it. And Nycto is going to provide that code in a future video or maybe this video. Later on, we're going to open this throw to Eldraine and a foil at the end of this video. If you like the content you're seeing, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and then hit that notification so you can get a bell every time we create more content. If you want to comment down below, and then possibly in a year from now, if you'd like any commissions, we can try to see what we can do with NyctoInc and any future content for the video and the channels. We want to provide the best content possible. So if you want to see any other kind of possible content about down below, go ahead and comment that. And then also share it on any social media platform and go ahead and check it out in Nycto. So without further ado, let's get cracking. So we're going to start with the promo pack, and then if there's a code in there, if you'd like to show it to the audience or later on the video, it's up to you, Nycto.
Thank you so much, Sir Garrett. That was a lovely promotion. And yes, my name is Nycto. You can find me at NyctoInc.com. I am an artist, a digital illustrator, and I fantasize a lot of people from real life into their fantasies. That's what I do. So I've always been inspired by Magic the Gathering because I love the fantasy aspect, and the artists involved are always fantastic, and I've always been inspired as a small child.
So what's interesting about these packs is you see that little stamp right there? What that means is these are promo editions. You can't open these in regular packs. These promo packs is the only place where you can get these stamped cards. So whatever card's in here has a little more value, whether it's 5 cents or $10. You never know. And this right here is a promo, which you can get at FNM. Unfortunately, during COVID, we can't get it. So make sure to always support your local LGS so you can have a chance to get one of these promos, even if it's just playing at home, and as we did it in our at-home pre-release.
All right, and to the art, I'll go to the first one here that I had. Double Vision. Very cool. I've always loved how the characters in Magic the Gathering had such a cool aesthetic about them. It's right in between, I'd say like Japanese RPG and Blizzard. And Blizzard has kind of evolved into like a new kind of rhythm of art, bigger eyes and different features, and it's been such a cool evolution of art throughout all the lands. And this one is Heartfire Immolator.
So this is Heartfire Immolator. And one thing, Nycto, that's really interesting about Magic is we always want to make sure that our artists are recognized. And right now, artists are going through a little bit of a struggle with different time period we are in. But if you look at the bottom left of the card, you can actually see some information. So you can actually thank the artist for the appreciation that every few months, there's a new set coming out and always an artist is needed. And as talented as Nycto is, I can't wait to one day see your art in one of these cards.
Well, thank you very much, Garrett. And I must admit, I have been drinking a bit, so that's why I cannot say immolator. That is the word. Immolator. Later. I got that now.
All right.
All right, let's continue on because we have a lot of cards to show, a lot of packs to open, and only so much time to do it in. Oh, this is a nice piece. I see a nice witch casting a spell, Priest of the Forgotten Gods. It's pretty nice. I guess as an artist, I would say the background should have definitely been lessened in the saturation of the color, because backgrounds always need to have less color, because the farther you get away, the less color saturation you see, and that creates more depth.
With Matt, there's the code we were talking about.
That's it.
If anybody would like to pause it, you got the code.
Oh,
right there it is.
I'll show it to you.
One thing about Magic, though, is that cards, there are so many different card names. Sometimes it's the art you recognize. So what Nycto was talking about, those subtle details, and we're going to open this the last pack in the channel, and we're going to also open the next pack in the very end of the video. But when NyctoInc was talking about as far as the different art styles, these cards are remembered from their art. These cards are just memorized sometimes when you're going through all your hundreds or thousands of cards, and oh yeah, this one art piece popped out. I guess we're going to open this card now, and we'll have the promo pack for the end of the video. So that'll have one more code. This one has a chance to get Oko the Broko. This is a card that's been banned in almost every format. So in the very back, so there's commons, we're going to have a few of those, then we're going to have some uncommons, and then a chance for a foil, a mythic, or just another foil. So each one of these cards in each pack. And then Ikoria will have some altered arts, hopefully, of either Godzilla or comic book style. And then War of the Spark has a Planeswalker Shield. So you don't, for the length of the video, you can skim through the commons if you like, or if you see an art you really appreciate, let's go ahead and talk about it.
This first piece is really, really nice. There is a nice amount of contrast between these light areas and the light areas behind her. And she is the darker contrast. And there's some exquisite detail in her face as well. There's a lot of action in this piece. And then, of course, the Kiki. There's a kitty here. That is totally a cat. Look at that. So that makes this piece instantly amazing. Amazing card. Yep. You want this card, people. This right here is a crystal slipper. That's pretty cool. Yeah. So Throne of Eldraine was kind of like storybook and Bible and different tales along the way. So this was like Cinderella's glass slipper in a sense, and they decided to make it an equipment. Now usually equipment are colorless, and in this sense they wanted to make an artifact that was within the color pie. So the story of Cinderella losing her shoe, the glass slipper, that story was in a sense was figured red, as in passion and artistry. No. And then we have a bartered cow, and it's gold. That's amazing. I'm going to continue on because that doesn't interest me that much. This is a cool thing. Moonlight Scavengers. Very nice. That's what I was talking about. The background has less opacity, plus it adds a fog that creates depth. That's an amazing illustration. I love that. This is very interesting. This is almost like a godlike card. Forever Young. Put a number of target creature cards from a graveyard on top of your library. Draw a card. So it's like a rejuvenation, a rebirth. And that's an amazing, amazing card for that. This is a dude.
So this one has a mechanic called Adventure, which you can play at instant speed as another ability. So every 3 months, a new set comes out and a new mechanic comes out. For over the years, there's different events that happens, and you just have to figure out new artists. Eventually, there's different art you can do, and there's different mechanics you can do. And over time, you just figure out how to critique and get the best you can do. But there's always more mechanics, more art, more pictures, more paintings. You never know what could happen in the future. So we're going to move along a little bit because there's so many cards in each pack, and we have such a lot to go. So how about
many, Garrett?
How about we move along until you see the silver dot at the bottom, and let's look at that because that'd be our money card. If you see we got Broko Oko, but if you do see any art that you want to talk about, let's go ahead and talk about it because every single one of these cards will have some art.
Knight of the Keep. This is such a traditional feel to it. That's beautiful. It's almost done with the traditional kind of oil. Those are realistic, solid, mute colors that remind me of the old school days. Nothing like these oversaturated kind of art that people do nowadays, which I do quite a bit of. Beautiful. Beautiful. This is cool. Unexplained Vision. there is a mighty, mighty deer in the background. That's a nice, nice image. Signpost Scarecrow. I'm sorry, this one has a lot to be desired. Bacon to a pie. That's pretty cool. I like the little hand coming out of there.
So this one costs 4 mana. There's a card called Murder for 3 mana, but for making a creature, creating a food token for 1 more mana, you're destroying a creature and creating a resource is why it costs 1 more.
Very lovely. That is a very cool concept. I like it. Nice perspective. This is cool. That's solid.
So there are different themes in every set, and one of the theme they tried to push for draft or sealed was knights, and this is why this land was altered for the knight tribe. So you're trying to play in Mardu, which is red, white, and black would be called Mardu if you're talking about one of these shards of Alara or one of the I apologize, everyone. I can't remember exactly what it's called. The shards and the wedges. That's what it is. The wedges. So the wedges are the other half.
It's very cool, but this one, ooh. This one is very, very, very low saturation. See if I can't get, there we go. This is a very, very interesting piece with a lot of details and a lot of painterly aspects. Whoever did this art piece knows how to work the grays because those are very, very subtle tones that really, really make a piece. Sometimes it's not about contrast, it's about the subtle tones. And the colors just dance and bounce around each other, and this is a perfect piece of art. Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, and this is cool.
This is what's called hybrid mana. So either you can pay a green or a blue for each of those combinations. So you can either pay 4 green or 4 blue or 2 green and 2 blue, as long as you had the 4 mana required to cast this.
I like that it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6-headed snapping turtle. This guy will mess you up, dude. Damn. 4 attack, 4 health. That's cool. Still cool. I think it should have been 6 because he has 6 heads.
So when you say that, this is why it wasn't. If you'd like to look at it's silver currently, and you see the U at the bottom. If you'd like to show the audience, this is what's called an uncommon. So in draft, you wouldn't want to have too many what's called rares, because if you had this as a 6/6, it would be a rare. So it has to be a 4 mana, 4/4 to keep.
Well, I was just saying, based
really,
on the art, realistically, it would make sense if he had 6 attack at least.
Yeah, you're right, but it's also a turtle hydra, so it's a snapping turtle who happened to somehow become a hydra, and within that sense.
Oh, so yeah, perhaps these heads are still growing, so that's why his attack is only 4. Anyways, moving on. This is cool. It's a tree folk. A Fey Burgle Elder, tree folk druid. That's a cool piece. I feel like it needs more contrast, though. I mean, some pieces can work without the contrast, and some pieces cannot. I believe there's too many pieces in the foreground and background for this piece to work out perfectly, but that's just my opinion. This is a mana. This is mountain. That's beautiful. I like it. What is this?
So this is what's for going on an adventure. So the mechanic adventure that we talked about earlier in the video, it's different from exile. So what's going to happen is your creature is going to go on an adventure, and then once it were to go to its adventure and become a creature on the battlefield, and if it were to ever go to exile, it wouldn't be going on an adventure yet unless you were to cast it as an adventure. It's a mechanic. Like I said, once every 3 months, a new mechanic comes out.
Interesting. Oh, and then back to the beginning. All right, that's it for that pack. And I'm ready for this one. And we are running at 14 minutes and 18 seconds at this point.
So how about we try to see if we can find those comic book arts? Audience is probably a Magic the Gathering audience, but if you're new, and I apologize if we skip over some of these, but let's just try to figure out in these, the comic book art style versus the regular, we can find it. So we'd like to go ahead, Nycto, let's start cracking, and just look for the comic book
and
style.
Look for it. Let's do it.
Maybe we'll even get a Godzilla. You never know.
Oh, that would be amazing. I would poop my pants, probably. That's really cool. Divine Aerial. Wingsful Petron. Yes. Cavern Whisperer. Oh, that's a cool one. I like that.
Yeah, like I
one.
said, different mechanics. Mutate. This had a mechanic where you could make the creature on top or bottom change to whatever the stats are. So if this creature were to mutate on top, it would be a 5-mana creature and whatever the 4/4 is.
Ooh, that's cool.
And they were all triggered.
Oh, this guy's got a kitty too. Look at the kitty. Oh, it's a cool dragon. Pacifism. Enchanted creature. You can attack or block. Huh. You can enchant a creature. Make him go night-night. Take a nap, dragon. This guy's cool. Is it Gremlin? Essence Scatterer. Night Squad Commando. Plummet. Zenith Flare. That guy's really cool. Titanoth Rex. Oh, Titanoth Rex. Look at that guy. He's 11 beast. Damn. He's gonna mess up your party. This guy's cool too. Oh, I love this. The emotion and the drive in this card and the fluidity of this is just amazing. Fantastic job.
So this card was banned in a format, and it's a really cool art. It's the fact that it's an elemental otter, so it's a little otter that learned magic.
Yeah, that's amazing. That is cool. Oh, this one's shiny. What does that mean, Garrett?
So it is a foil. So there are different rarities and there are different versions. Unfortunately, if you let these foils get really hot, they will curl like a Pringle. Not a sponsor.
Those are cool. Rugged Highlands, like made out of crystal. Beautiful, beautiful. Nice scenic. Oh, and what is this, Garrett?
So, with a mechanic coming out every 3 months, one of the mechanics was instead of having cards have what's called an evergreen mechanic, which is going to happen every 3 months. There's this counter, so you get to make the creatures mutate, and you get to add counters onto them. So now with these different counters should be double-sided, and you can see different sides of them and pop them out and actually put them on the cards as you play along in the game. So these are so in store, so you don't have to go buy out. But if you'd like to design some, or you'd like to custom make some, or you'd like to even commission some, you never know.
And this is so satisfying, guys, to pop these out. Lifelink. Yeah, give me that lifelink. Ah, yeah.
Well, if you was interested in the lifelink, let's see what the next one has on the back. So this is Reach.
Reach. In the back of it?
Vigilance. So Reach means it can block flyers, and it can also Vigilance means it does not tap when it attacks, so it can also block.
Lovely. Well, this is +1/+1. We all know what that means. Extra attack, extra health, and it's black. Lovely. All right, on to the next pack. That was fun to open. We gotta do it quickly here. No comic editions yet. Oh, this one's cool. It's another cat. Garrison cat. Beautiful. Beautiful illustration. This is cool. Giant owl. Crystal's coming at the dude. Very cool dude. Go for the blood. This one's pretty cool. This one doesn't stick out too much. And apologies, I'm going faster now because our video's been going on longer than we expected. So this has a lot of cool motion to it, a lot of action. It's going inside of a beast's mouth. That's just incredible. Nice action shot here. Really cool. Took down a beast. This is cool. Memory leak. Oh, I feel like this every day, folks. Every day this happens. Please stop it. Anyways. Greater Sandworm. That's a dragon coming out of the damn sand.
So the cool thing in Magic, worms at one time didn't exist, but what happened is some dragons thousands of years ago got their wings cut off and learned to become worms. So worms are actually descendants of dragons in Magic lore.
Wow, I did not know that, Garrett. Thank you very much. That makes this card even more amazing.
You are welcome, Nikto.
This is okay. That's cool. Artifact. Don't step on that, I suppose. This is interesting. It's a sorcery. Rumbling Rockslide deals damage. Very interesting. Very cool. Oh, it's a fairy dragon.
And this fairy dragon had also a Japanese and also an altered art you can get in collector packs. Now, collector packs you cost 25, and these cost 4 to 5. So it depends on how much you want to have, how much you want to pay. And usually, all you're doing is trading out. You do get a fair more rares and mythics and alternate arts, but you also get foil commons, and that's what I feel you're mostly paying for.
Very interesting. Very cool. Oh, this is an amazing piece of artwork right here, guys. He has perfect control of what the user sees. The main focus is here, but he has a straight line dividing the image with a ton of detail over here. So your eye actually focuses on here and here at the same time. What a way to break the actual restraints of art with this piece. Beautiful. Beautiful. I am impressed. Very impressed. Interesting. Cool fire. That little boy looks like he's not escaping too well, but they're getting away. It's pretty lovely. Ooh, Zirda, the Dawn Waker. Very cool creature. Elemental fox. I like it. And we have land. Basic land forest. Beautiful glowy forest. Ooh, human soldier. What is this, Garrett?
So this is what's called a token. So sometimes cards create tokens. And what's interesting is the art style has changed over the years, and now these are borderless. Well, to a sense, they used to actually have a border going around them. Now they don't, so you're able to focus more on the full art because they're not actually creatures. And when they disappear, then they are just gone. And that is an advertisement for the Twitch TV Magic. And we'd like to thank Magic for creating the fun and content over the years for every single content subscriber now, so all the millions of people play Magic. We're not sponsored by Wizards or by Magic the Gathering, but we do enjoy the fun, and we want to share and spread the fun. And we do appreciate you, Nycto, being on the channel and being able to help us out and enjoying the different aspects of art that I would have never thought of.
Well, I appreciate being here, Garrett. I'm just an artist. I just get by drawing what I like, and I'm just giving my basic opinion. I am at no means professional at all. I'm just giving my artistic opinion is all. And this is a lovely, lovely art piece. So detailed, wonderful lines of action. This is just gorgeous. And then back to the beginning. Okay, and we continue on.
In the next pack, we're going to see if we can actually get that comic book art style. If not, we'll have to talk about the Planeswalkers. If we can find a comic book art style, the video is running a little long, so we'll cut it off shortly. If not, we will talk about the Planeswalker in one of the next packs. And then we'll open up the Core 2021 promo pack and see what happens.
Divine Arrow, we had this in the last pack. That's a pretty cool picture still. We had this one as well. We did not have this one. A Frenzied Raptor. Oh, that is cool.
Yeah, with Ixalan and Rivals of Ixalan, we got dinosaurs, and even some creatures were changed from beasts and other subtypes into dinosaurs. So the fact that you can sometimes see Colossal Dreadmaw around, but today we got to see a Frenzied Raptor, and I would not want to see this running around in the streets.
No, sir. If I saw a Frenzied Raptor going around, I'm like, oh, God. I woke up in the wrong century. Okay, that's cool. Moving on. Saw this dude. Happy dude with a parrot. Awesome. Really cool motion in this one. We saw this one. This one we did not see. Let me decipher this a bit. Cool. Like pterodactyls going out like some kind of aircraft. Nice little balloon aircraft there. Very cool. Very cool style. And this dude, he's holding a big ass crystal and he wants it. A lot of power in there. Very cool. Again, just give my artistic expression. This dude here already killed the thing. I remember seeing that. Oh, thank you again for reminding me, universe. Every day, memory leak. Awesome sandworm. Oh, this one's new. It's a liger. I bet they spent like 6 hours on the mustache. This guy is cool. Momentum Rumbler. A little weak, but Very, very cool illustration, though. A lot of power in it.
When you say weak, what do you mean? Is it talking about the background? Is just there's
I'm
so much background?
I was talking about 3/3.
Oh, so well, the reason why that being is it's uncommon, so it's not supposed to be a rare, but it is a 4-mana 3/3. The reason it would become more powerful is it was a rare. So artistically, you weren't saying that, you were saying as a card as a whole. So whenever this creature attacks, if it doesn't have first strike, put a first strike counter on it. So the fact that it can add first strike to do combat damage first, that's why they had to downgrade it. If it was a rare, it would be more powerful. It would be at least a 4.
I just expected something that big to have a little bit of a bigger number than 3. That was all. That was just my opinion.
Essentially, it'd be this charging rhino dinosaur, but they decided to make it a dinosaur. It's a charging dinosaur coming at you. What are you going to do?
Yeah, if that thing was coming after me, you'd run. You'd duck. You'd do something. And this one, that's pretty cool. Creature, human warrior. This one's okay. Cool land.
So
Cats. This is just cat. Straight out cat. A lot of cats in this video. What is this, Garrett? Why does it say cat?
This is another token. So some of these cards make tokens. And even one you open, actually, in this pack, creates that exact token. It had a mutate ability, and it was a Liger. It would create some of these cats. And since we did not get any in the comic book art, let's go ahead and crack open a War of the Spark to see if we can talk about the Planeswalker that you haven't seen in a while, because the video is running a little long, and we don't want to
Yes, let's continue. But yeah, this is a cat, people, in case you don't know. All right. This one right here, Garrett?
Yep.
All right, let's go. Right out of the gate. Oh, that's backwards. Okay. Who's Ooh, Grim Initiate. This guy is pretty cool looking.
And this one has first strike, which we were talking about, but also had a mechanic called amass. So if you were to amass 1, you would make, when this dies, it would become a 1/1. So it's a 1-drop that replaces itself. And if you amass, you can amass multiple times in very few instances, but you're just going to keep growing a bigger zombie army over time the more you play that mechanic.
Pretty cool. And he's all blue, and he's like... Oof.
So in the story,
like
and so Nicol Bolas, the dragon god, eventually figured out this metal on this certain magical plane called Amonkhet, and it's a blue metal that's called the Lazotep. And the Lazotep makes Nicol Bolas able to use magic to control his entire zombie army. So that's why Amass was created. There was probably tens or maybe hundreds of different versions of Amass, but eventually that's what they decided on as Wizards. And again, thank you for creating the art and the fun and the enjoyment. And I can't wait to see one day where Magic is going to be in another 25 plus years.
Yes, I agree, Garrett. And look at this guy. He's like a praying mantis god. Amazing. Crawl Stinger.
Yeah, so that is a different creature subtype. So this one's a insect assassin. So this is like an insect that became humanoid and turned into an assassin. Amazing. So it is like a praying mantis.
Very cool. Oh, this is a cool one. You got a nice Pegasus there. Oh, sorry. Nice sunset. Good contrast with the background. That's a lovely, lovely picture. This is cool. I like it. A lot going on there. And this is badass because I love the dark stuff.
There's something called flavor text. If you would like to read the flavor text of this, go ahead. It's really, I find it comical or just humorous. If not, I can read it aloud to the audience. I
wish I could train a pack of them for hunting in the Undercity, but I'd never dare turn my back. And I hate to think what I'd have to feed them. Very cool. I like it. I like it. This is cool. Big god type thing. Topple the statue. Oh, another Liger. A cool thing. It's a cat soldier. A lot of cats in these packs. I like it a lot.
There's one thing that's interesting about a War of the Spark for an artist aspect. There's a 1-drop cat that was actually one of the artist's cats that passed away, and for what Magic let them do is have a portrait of their cat, and it's a 1-drop. So I wonder in the rest of these packs if we would see that 1-drop cat as an honor to their fellow friend.
Beautiful. This guy is cool. He's like a frilled lizard. Firemine vessel. I'll show you the card so you can read it real quick. And moving on.
And this is what I talked about, a Planeswalker. There's supposed to be one in every pack. So if this is the first time seeing a Planeswalker, Nycto, why don't we talk about this for a little bit, and then we're going to get going.
Let me know. What's up with this card, Garrett? What's this character doing here?
So this is Narset. Narset's been here for a while, but this is an uncommon Planeswalker, and this was the invention of the uncommon Planeswalker. So that's why Narset only has minus abilities, but also a static ability that'll always be in effect. So each opponent can't draw can't draw more than one card each turn. So by doing that, if your opponent wants to draw extra cards, they just can't no matter what. And the -2 is also an ability that Narset can only do on your turn. This is also has a loyalty, and that would be another life. So essentially what it means is that you are a Planeswalker casting spells, but now you've casted a Planeswalker with their own mini life. If you do lose your life total, though, the Planeswalker does go away, but it also makes it a threat, since this Planeswalker and or other Planeswalkers can become a threat, and if you don't deal with the threat, then you can just win the game on the spot.
And I gotta say, this art is fantastic. You can literally see this epic person coming out of this portal. Look at those nice rings of a breaking of the fabric right there. Isn't that amazing? They did a really good job with that. Nice job with the contrast here, because the solid form is dark, the background is automatically light, so your eye is attached to here, and here, and here, and here, as a lovely form. This is a lovely piece of artwork. I love it. Fantastic.
Krenko, this is a callback to another call that was called Krenko, so they created a different version of him. But if you had this Krenko and the Krenko Mob Boss, you would not be able to. You would be able to have both of them on the field. But if you had two Krenko Street 10 Kingpins, you could not, because there's something called the legendary rule. If you see where it says legendary creature, and a lot of other ones just say creature, so you can have up to 4 in your deck, unless it's draft or sealed, then you can have as many as you opened or drafted. In this sense, you could only have one Krenko 10 Street Kingpin on the battlefield, but you could have Krenko 10 Street and Mob Boss at the same time. So we were able to open this pack. We're going to open up the promo pack, give away one more code, and then we're going to get going. And thank you everyone for your patience, and we appreciate everything. And again, Nycto, thank you for being on the channel.
No problem. How about this last card here, Garrett?
The Citizen Token.
What is a Citizen Token?
So this one is there's a green card that's rare that makes this. And it's one that has multiple options. I don't remember exactly what it does, but this does create something it's all colors. So artifacts are usually colorless, which means there are no colors. They don't have a color. But this Citizen is all colors. So it's like coexistence and peace during the story. The climax of the story, the three-phase mission that was War of the Spark and all the RTR to Ravnica.
Lovely. Again, amazing contrast between the background and the character. Very easy to read. Beautiful piece of art. Moving on.
All right, so if you would like to open the rest of the packs, we can, or we can just move right to core and we can get going.
You want to go to core?
It's up to you. If you want to open the rest of the packs.
I gotta open these real quick. I'll do it quick.
Let's open the rest of the packs.
Going quick. Okay. And I'm only gonna comment on things that I think are really cool. Cool monster lady. She's praying. Cool magic. That's cool. This is a cool dude. Look at him. He just gave birth to that beautiful firebird. This is okay. Very fantastical. Little city underneath. Cool dude. Beautiful piece. Wow. The details on her face are astronomical. Wow. Fantastic.